Hi, my name is Sam, and I'm just gonna try this out for the first time. Never recorded myself, never had any of that kind of situation happen. But this is a drawing I did for the show. It's on Netflix called 12 Forever. Came out a few years ago, actually, and I just now got to watching it for the first time a few days ago. And I really did fall in love with the fact that these kids were, dealing with the changes of when you get older and what exactly that means to different people. It's a little awkward now because, like a lot of things currently, you find out that the person involved in it is actually not that great of a person, which I didn't find out till I was already drawing this, and I was just looking up reference images and other things, and there had actually been a video on YouTube that I had just been having sit around, and I was gonna, I had watched a little bit of the intro of it thinking, okay, it sounds really great, I want to watch it before I ever, listen to the rest of this review of the show, and got very disappointed while just trying to research more of the show and everything so I could do this drawing that one of the main people that worked on the show, who is not a good person. And it's just really disappointing that seems to be a common thing with everything that I have an interest in. I think about like a month or so back did a drawing because the lady who was the original designer of like Care Bears and Strawberry Shortcake and stuff is actually a great person, and she continues to post stuff on social media, and it was really great, and she responded, which made my day, of course, because as a child I was obsessed with Care Bears, which brings me back to this show again. And the fact that I related so much with Reggie because when I was becoming a young woman, it was suddenly decided that I had to be a certain way, and I wasn't comfortable with that as being how my life was gonna go. And even like the first episode when she gets the present from her mom and it's like her first bra, I had that moment where literally we were just sitting around and a bra was given to me as a present, and I ended up being made to be very uncomfortable because suddenly I had to wear this thing that I had never worn before, and at the time I was only 10 years old and I still had friends and all my friends were boys, and suddenly it was like I couldn't be who I was anymore and I was expected to just change, and it was scary. So, yeah, the show was really great to me. Really felt good to see a character that was dealing with things in a way that I was kind of doing the same thing. Like, I didn't have the special place to go to hide it away, but it was cool to see that confronted, that not every little girl wants to grow up and be that woman. And it's really interesting because that kind of like forceful way of being made me reject a lot of things. I didn't want to be a woman, so I stopped dressing in a way that I actually liked because it was suddenly just not appropriate. But yeah, and I missed having friends like Todd and Esther because they were really cool, and I remember being young and like being able to roughhouse and everything, and suddenly there is that dance that you're supposed to go to and all that, and suddenly and how uncomfortable it is, and suddenly everybody seems to have an interest in something that you don't have an interest in, but you're treated like you're the weird one. and you don't understand why that is. But yeah, disappointing to find out that, what was the name of the person? Julia Vickerman isn't a great person, but I do enjoy, originally what got me to watch this is Draw Opinion Dump on YouTube. The name of the video is How 12 Forever Deconstructs Adulthood. So that was really great. I do recommend watching that. But yeah, my first time talking. I probably sound ridiculously boring. So I didn't plan any of this. This is just me talking to myself. I'm happy with this drawing. This little part here was a little awkward. But yeah, you can see like certain moments where I'm having to go through and change things because it wasn't how I wanted it to look or whatnot. And then redoing that or changing that. I'm not a professional in any sense. I do this for fun. And fan art has been one of the things that's really difficult for me. I always have trouble with it because I always feel like when I draw characters from things, the quality of the way I draw always looks so much worse than when I just make stuff up. I'm getting better though. Like, I'm truly very happy with this drawing, which makes me feel good. It's always weird drawing things based on characters from shows and they don't actually have eye colors. Like, I only chose green because she has like her orange-red hair, and I always like the look of that because it's honestly the most generic option, but it's nice. I will say Esther's hair in the show it's such an odd style. Like, I don't know what they intended for it to look like, what it would be like based on in reality. So I tried to keep the same shape, but I don't know. It just looks so weird in the show. I do like her though. I like the fact that there's the episode where they have to go and get a dress for Reggie, and they go on a trip to the mall, and Reggie's mom likes the fact that she's into feminine stuff, and she doesn't notice at first, but Esther eventually notices that Reggie's not having as much fun and is able to stand up for her whether she knows or not. I like that quite a bit. She's a good friend, even if it starts off very rocky between them. Yeah, I do recommend watching this show. It's really good. Well, thank you. Bye-bye.